Did you know that over 60% of test takers fail their first attempt at the AWS Solutions Architect Associate exam because they weren't prepared for the multi-tier architecture scenarios? In this video, we will cover AWS Certified Solutions Architect Associate Practice Exam questions and answers. SAA-C03. Prepare for your AWS Certified Solutions Architect Associate SAA-C03 exam with this comprehensive practice test. In this video, we are diving deep into 30 high-quality, exam-realistic practice questions covering design-resilient architectures, high-performing architectures, secure applications, and cost-optimized architectures. Grab a notepad, and let's see if you can score a passing grade today. A company wants to migrate a 3-tier web application to AWS. The application requires a MySQL database. The compliance team dictates that the database must be highly available and span across 3 availability zones. Which solution meets these requirements? Option A. Deploy an Amazon RDS for MySQL instance with a multi-AS deployment and 1 standby. Option B. Deploy an Amazon Aurora MySQL DB cluster with instances in 3 availability zones. Option C. Create an EC2 instance with MySQL installed and use EBS snapshots for replication. Option D. Use Amazon RDS for MySQL with a read replica in a different region. The correct answer is B. Amazon Aurora is a cloud-native relational database that is designed to be highly available by default. An Aurora cluster automatically replicates data across 3 availability zones, AZs. While standard RDS multi-AS provides high availability, it typically replicates only to 1 standby in a second AS. Aurora's architecture is more resilient for a 3 AS requirement because its storage layer is independent of the compute instances and spans 3 AZs natively. A media company needs to distribute high-resolution video files to global users with the lowest possible latency. The files are stored in an S3 bucket. Which service combination provides the best performance? Option A. S3 Transfer Acceleration and AWS Global Accelerator. Option B. Amazon CloudFront with the S3 bucket as the origin. Option C. Amazon S3 replication across all AWS regions. Option D. AWS Direct Connect between the user and the S3 bucket. The correct answer is B. Amazon CloudFront is a content delivery network (CDN) service that caches content at edge locations closer to users worldwide. This significantly reduces latency for high-resolution video delivery. S3 transfer acceleration is primarily for speeding up uploads to S3, not downloads for global end users. CloudFront is the industry standard solution for low-latency content distribution. A solutions architect is designing a system where an application running on an EC2 instance needs to upload files to an S3 bucket. What is the most secure way to provide the EC2 instance with the necessary permissions? Option A. Store IAM user access keys in a configuration file on the EC2 instance. Option B. Assign an IAM role with S3 write permissions to the EC2 instance profile. Option C. Use a bucket policy that allows public write access to the S3 bucket. Option D. Hardcode the IAM credentials within the application source code. The correct answer is B. IAM roles for EC2 instances allow the application to securely make API requests without needing to Manage long-term credentials like access keys and secret keys. AWS STS Security Token Service automatically provides temporary credentials to the instance. This prevents credential leakage and follows the principle of least privilege. An application has a predictable workload that runs 24/7. Which EC2 pricing model offers the greatest discount compared to on-demand pricing? Option A. Spot instances. Option B. Reserved instances, savings plans. Option C. Dedicated hosts. Option D. On-demand instances. The correct answer is B. For predictable, steady-state workloads that run continuously, reserved instances, or savings plans offer significant discounts, up to 72%, compared to on-demand, while spot instances can offer higher discounts. They are interruptible and not suitable for a workload that must run 24/7 without interruption. A web application's data is stored in an Amazon EFS file system. Multiple EC2 instances in different availability zones need to access this data simultaneously. How should the EFS be configured? Option A. Create a mount target in each availability zone where the EC2 instances reside. Option B. Use EFS 1 zone storage class for better performance across AZs. Option C. Connect to EFS using a public IP address from each instance. Option D. Set up an S3 bucket as a proxy for the EFS file system. The correct answer is A. Amazon EFS is designed to be accessed concurrently by multiple instances across different AZs. To allow this, you must create a mount target in each VPC subnet availability zone. This provides an IP address that the instances in that AZ use to mount the file system. EFS 1 zone would limit data to a single AZ, reducing resilience. A company is experiencing slow performance on its RDS MySQL database due to a high volume of read queries. Which architectural change would resolve this with the least amount of management overhead? Option A. Vertical scaling by increasing the instance size of the RDS DB. Option B. Implementation of an Elasticache cluster in front of the database. Option C. Adding RDS read replicas and updating the application to use them for reads. Option D. Migrating the database to an EC2 instance with high-performance SSDs. The correct answer is C. RDS read replicas are specifically designed to offload read traffic from the primary DB instance, thereby increasing the performance of read-heavy workloads. While Elasticache is excellent for performance, it requires application-level logic changes to manage cache hits, misses. Read replicas are a managed feature of RDS that scales horizontally with less architectural complexity. Which AWS service can be used to protect a web application from SQL injection and cross-site scripting? XSS attacks? Option A. AWS Shield Standard. Option B. AWS WAF Web Application Firewall. Option C. Amazon Inspector. Option D. AWS KMS. The correct answer is B. AWS WAF allows you to create security rules that block common web exploits like SQL injection and XSS. It can be deployed on Amazon CloudFront, application load balancers, or Amazon API Gateway. AWS Shield is primarily for DDoS protection, and Amazon Inspector is for automated security assessments of EC2 instances. A company has 50 terabytes of data that is rarely accessed but must be kept for 7 years for regulatory compliance. The data must be retrievable within 12 hours. Which S3 storage class is most cost-effective? Option A, S3 Standard IA. Option B, S3 Glacier Instant Retrieval. Option C, S3 Glacier Flexible Retrieval. Option D, S3 Glacier Deep Archive. The correct answer is D. S3 Glacier Deep Archive is the lowest cost storage class in AWS. It is designed for data that is accessed once or twice a year and can tolerate a retrieval time of 12 to 48 hours. Since the requirement is for a 12-hour retrieval and maximum cost effectiveness for long-term retention, Deep Archive is the best fit. An application is running on several EC2 instances behind an application load balancer. ALB. The instances are in an auto-scaling group. The ALB health check is failing for one instance. What will the auto-scaling group do? Option A. Reboot the instance automatically. Option B. Mark the instance as unhealthy and replace it with a new one. Option C. Redirect all traffic to the unhealthy instance to debug it. Option D. Wait for the instance to become healthy again without taking action. The correct answer is B. When an instance is reported as unhealthy by the ALB or EC2 health checks, the auto-scaling group, ASG, terminates the unhealthy instance and launches a new one to maintain the desired capacity. This ensures the application remains highly available and resilient to individual instance failures. A developer wants to build a serverless application that processes records from an Amazon Kinesis data stream. Which AWS service should be used to run the code? Option A, AWS Lambda. Option B, Amazon EC2. Option C, AWS Glue. Option D, Amazon EMR. The correct answer is A. AWS Lambda is the core serverless compute service. It integrates natively with Kinesis data streams, automatically polling the stream and executing your function code in response to new data. This removes the need to manage servers and scales automatically based on the volume of records. A company needs to encrypt data at rest in an S3 bucket using keys that they can manage and audit. Which encryption method should they choose? Option A, SSE-S3. Option B, SSE-KMS. Option C, SSE-C. Option D, client-side encryption. The correct answer is B. SSE-KMS. Server-side encryption with AWS Key Management Service allows AWS to manage the encryption process while providing the user with control over the keys. You can manage key policies, rotate keys, and audit their use through AWS CloudTrail. SSE-S3 uses keys managed by S3, and SSE-C requires the user to manage the actual keys themselves. A high-performance computing HPC application requires low latency, high-throughput network communication between EC2 instances in a single AS. Which EC2 feature should be used? Option A, placement groups, cluster. Option B, placement groups, spread. Option C, placement groups, partition. Option D, Enhanced networking using ENA. The correct answer is A. A cluster placement group packs instances close together inside an availability zone. This strategy enables workloads to achieve the low latency network performance necessary for tightly coupled node-to-node communication. Typical of HPC applications. Spread and partition groups are used for isolation and availability, not for minimizing latency. A solution architect needs to ensure that a database can fail over to another region in the event of a regional disaster. Which database service natively supports cross-region global databases with sub-second latency for replication? Option A. Amazon RDS for PostgreSQL. Option B. Amazon Aurora. Option C. Amazon DynamoDB. Option D. Amazon DocumentDB. The correct answer is B. Amazon Aurora Global Database is designed for globally distributed applications, allowing a single Amazon Aurora database to span multiple AWS regions. It replicates data with no impact on database performance and provides fast local reads with low latency in each region. While DynamoDB Global Tables also exists, Aurora is the database choice for relational needs. You need to grant a third-party auditor temporary access to your AWS account to view specific S3 buckets. What is the best practice for this? Option A. Create an IAM user for the auditor and share the password. Option B. Give the auditor your root account credentials for 24 hours. Option C. Use IAM roles to provide cross-account access with an external ID. Option D. Configure a VPN between the auditor's office and your VPC. The correct answer is C. Using an IAM role with cross-account access is the most secure method. By requiring an external ID, you prevent the confused deputy problem. This allows the auditor to assume a role in your account using their own credentials, without you needing to manage a new user or share sensitive keys. A web application stores user session data. The application needs a high performance in-memory data store to reduce database load. Which service is most appropriate? Option A. Amazon DynamoDB. Option B. Amazon ElastiCache. Option C. Amazon Redshift. Option D. Amazon Athena. The correct answer is B. Amazon ElastiCache, supporting Redis or Memcached, is an in-memory data store. It provides sub-millisecond latency and is perfect for caching session data. Database query results are frequently accessed content to improve the performance of web applications. Which AWS service provides highly available and scalable DNS services? Option A. Amazon Route 53. Option B. AWS Direct Connect. Option C. Amazon VPC. Option D. AWS Cloud Map. The correct answer is A. Amazon Route 53 is a highly available and scalable cloud domain name system (DNS) web service. It is designed to give developers and businesses an extremely reliable and cost-effective way to route end users to Internet applications by translating names like www.example.com into IP addresses. A company wants to move its on-premises 100 terabytes data archive to Amazon S3. They have a limited 10 megabits per second internet connection. What is the most efficient way to transfer this data? Option A. Use S3 transfer acceleration over the internet. Option B. Order an AWS Snowball Edge device to ship the data. Option C. Use the AWS CLI to upload the data in multi-part chunks. Option D. Set up a site-to-site VPN. The correct answer is B. With only a 10 megabits per second connection, transferring 100 terabytes would take months. AWS Snowball Edge is a physical data transport device that allows you to move terabytes or petabytes of data into AWS by shipping the hardware. It is significantly faster and more cost-effective for large-scale data migrations than low-bandwidth internet connections. An application requires an SSD-backed block storage volume that can provide up to 64,000 IOPS for a critical database. Which EBS volume type should you choose? Option A. General Purpose SSD, GP3. Option B. Provisioned IOPS SSD, IO2. Option C. Throughput Optimized HDD, SAINT1. Option D. Cold HDD, SC1. The correct answer is B. Provisioned IOPS SSD, IO2 or IO1. Volumes are designed to meet the needs of IO-intensive workloads, particularly database workloads that are sensitive to storage performance and consistency. IO2 can scale up to 64,000 IOPS per volume, whereas GP3 is generally capped lower for typical configurations. A company needs to implement a bastion host to securely manage EC2 instances in a private subnet. Where should the bastion host be placed? Option A. In a private subnet with a NAT gateway. Option B. In a public subnet with an internet gateway. Option C. In the same private subnet as the instances. Option D. In a separate VPC link via peering. The correct answer is B. A bastion host, or jump server, must be placed in a public subnet to be reachable from the internet via SSH or RDP. Once the admin connects to the bastion host, they can then connect to the instances in the private subnet using their private IP addresses. This acts as a single, hardened entry point. A developer needs a NoSQL database that can scale to support millions of requests per second with consistent single-digit millisecond latency. Which AWS service is best? Option A. Amazon RDS. Option B. Amazon DynamoDB. Option C. Amazon Redshift. Option D. Amazon Neptune. The correct answer is B. Amazon DynamoDB is a fully managed NoSQL database service that provides fast and predictable performance with seamless scalability. It is designed for high-scale applications and is the standard choice for serverless and web-scale workloads requiring low latency. Which AWS service helps you automate the backup of EBS volumes, RDS databases, and EFS file systems based on policies? Option A. AWS Backup. Option B. Amazon Data Lifecycle Manager, DLM. Option C. AWS CloudFormation. Option D. AWS Config. The correct answer is A. AWS Backup is a centralized backup service that makes it easy and cost-effective to back up your application data across AWS services in the AWS cloud and on-premises. while DLM works for EBS. AWS Backup provides a unified solution for multiple services including RDS, EFS, and DynamoDB. A data analytics company needs to perform complex analytical queries on massive datasets, petabyte scale. Which service is designed for this OLAP workload? Option A, Amazon Aurora. Option B, Amazon DynamoDB. Option C, Amazon Redshift. Option D, Amazon Elasticache. The correct answer is C. Amazon Redshift is a fast, fully managed data warehouse that makes it simple and cost-effective to analyze all your data using standard SQL and your existing business intelligence. By tools. It is optimized for online analytical processing, OLAP, rather than online transactional processing, OLTP. How can you ensure that an S3 bucket can only be accessed by traffic originating from a specific VPC? Option A. Use an IAM policy on the user. Option B. Use a VPC endpoint and a bucket policy with the AWS source VPC condition. Option C. Use a security group assigned to the S3 bucket. Option D. Enable S3 versioning and MFA delete. The correct answer is B. By creating an interface or gateway VPC endpoint, traffic to S3 stays within the AWS network. You can then add a bucket policy to the S3 bucket that denies all traffic unless it comes through that specific VPC endpoint ID. Using the AWS source VPC condition, S3 does not use security groups. Which service acts as a buffer to decouple a producer application from a consumer application, ensuring that messages are not lost if the consumer fails? Option A, Amazon SNS. Option B, Amazon SQS. Option C, AWS Lambda. Option D, Amazon SWF. The correct answer is B. Amazon Simple Queue Service, SQS, is a fully managed message queuing service that enables you to decouple and scale microservices, distributed systems, and serverless applications. If the consumer fails, the messages stay in the queue until they are processed or expire, preventing data loss. A solutions architect notices that several EBS volumes are unattached and not being used. What is the most cost-effective action? Option A. Change the volume type to cold HDD, SC1. Option B. Snapshot the volumes and then delete the volumes. Option C. Keep the volumes as they are for future use. Option D. Attach the volumes to a smaller EC2 instance. The correct answer is B. EBS volumes incur costs even when they are not attached to a running instance. Creating a snapshot of the data, which is stored in S3 at a lower cost, and then deleting the volume is the best way to save money while preserving the data for future restoration. A web application is deployed across multiple regions. You want to route users to the region that provides the lowest network latency. Which Route 53 routing policy should you use? Option A. Weighted routing policy. Option B. Latency routing policy. Option C. Failover routing policy. Option D. Geolocation routing policy. The correct answer is B. Latency routing policy is used when you have resources in multiple AWS regions and you want to Route traffic to the region that provides the lowest latency for your users. Geolocation is based on the physical location of the user, which doesn't always correspond to the lowest latency. Which service allows you to centrally manage and enforce policies across multiple AWS accounts? Option A, AWS Organizations. Option B, AWS IAM. Option C, AWS Resource Access Manager. Option D, AWS Control Tower. The correct answer is A. AWS Organizations helps you centrally govern your environment as you grow and scale your workloads. On AWS, you can use service control policies, SCPs, to specify the maximum permissions for member accounts in the organization, ensuring compliance across all accounts. A company wants to build a disaster recovery solution with the lowest RTO, recovery time objective, and RPO, recovery point objective. Which strategy should they use? Option A, backup and restore. Option B, pilot light. Option C, warm standby. Option D, multi-site active-active. The correct answer is D. Multi-site active-active is the most expensive but most resilient DR strategy. Traffic is served from multiple regions simultaneously. If one region fails, the other is already running and handling traffic, resulting in near zero RTO and RPO. Pilot light and warm standby have longer recovery times. A solutions architect needs to migrate a legacy application that uses the SMB protocol for file sharing to the cloud. Which service provides a managed SMB file share? Option A, Amazon EFS. Option B, Amazon FSx for Windows File Server. Option C, Amazon S3. Option D, Amazon EBS. The correct answer is B. Amazon FSx for Windows File Server provides fully managed, highly reliable, and scalable file storage that is accessible over the industry standard service message block (SMB) protocol. Amazon EFS uses the NFS protocol and is generally for Linux-based workloads. You need to store sensitive database passwords and ensure they are automatically rotated every 30 days. Which service should you use? Option A, AWS Systems Manager Parameter Store. Option B, AWS Secrets Manager. Option C, AWS KMS. Option D, AWS Cloud HSM. The correct answer is B. AWS Secrets Manager is specifically designed to protect secrets needed to access applications, services, and IT resources. It features built-in integration for rotating secrets for AWS services like RDS, Redshift, and DocumentDB automatically, which parameter store does not natively handle as easily. That wraps up our 30-question practice run for the AWS Solutions Architect Associate exam. How did you do? If you got more than 22 correct, you're on the right track. Don't forget to like this video if it helped you, and subscribe for more AWS certification content. For the full set of over 500 practice questions with detailed cheat sheets, check the link in the description below.